student of class 11 science, part 3 of the work power energy. In this video, I am going to discuss the conservative and non-conservative forces, conservation of mechanical energy of the freely falling body, and the power. What is the meaning of the power and the relation between power and the velocity?
Now comes the conservative and non-conservative forces. Another topic in this chapter. Conservative forces means the forces which depends on initial and final positions, means does not depend on the path followed. The force which depends only on the initial and the final position does not depend on the path followed. Means, for example, just to see one example I am citing. Like, for example, one block of or the brick is there. I am taking this brick and lifting it in this way, then take it here, then again here, then again here, then up to here. If anyone is going to ask, this brick is here, that this is the path followed. Now anyone is going to ask that brick comes from here to the here. Means this is the initial position and this is the final position. If gravitational force you have to find out, or it's a weight, gravitational force, then we are not going to see it's a path, but rather we are going to see it's a distance or the displacement. So it is, this particular force is not path dependent, does not depend on the path. Okay, we can take this particular brick here, and take this particular certain point. So it does not depend on the path followed. This type of force is known as the conservative force. A non-conservative force which depends on the path followed, means path dependent. Example. The example of this example, friction force. Friction. If more is the friction, if we are going to move the object, more we are going to move it, more friction will be there. Friction is the path dependent force. So you remember, this is the non-conservative force. Now the law of conservation of mechanical energy of a freely falling body. Here the body is falling freely, and I have marked that this particular body is at a height h, and three positions are there, A, B and C. C is just before reaching the ground, touching the ground. Now assume the ball start falling from here and reaches to B, x distance. So this will be h minus x. So what I have to do? I have to show the total mechanical energy. Total mechanical energy is constant. Energy remains constant. Total mechanical energy remains constant. That I have to prove. Means energy at A position, total energy, U stands for total energy, at A position should be equal to total energy at B position and total energy at the C position. This we have to prove it. Let us try. At A position. At A position, we are going to find the total energy at A position. Means kinetic energy at A position plus potential energy at A position. That is the total mechanical energy. Now, as here at A position, energy, the ball is not start moving or falling. So, no velocity is there. So, we can write it 0 plus. But at a certain height h, the potential energy is there from the ground. So, h height, that is your potential energy, gravitation potential energy, mgh. So, ultimately it is m into g into h. At A position, we have find this much, right? Now at B position, come on to the B position. At B position, body is falling and reaches at position B after traveling to x distance. So here also we have to find total energy, total mechanical energy at B position, that is kinetic energy at B position and potential energy at B position. Now kinetic energy at B position is half m VB. I am representing VB. Some speed is there, VB square plus m into g into the position of B is h minus x now. So h minus x. Now our purpose in this particular point, I have to find out the VB. VB we have to find out. VB, because we don't know what is the value of the VB. So we have to use it. VB square. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Like that only. VB square is equal to VA square. That is the initial position. Final position, initial position. VA square plus 2G into x. X distance it travels. 2G x, right? 2G x. So that is your VB square. Now initially we have assumed that at A position body, the initially it is 0 plus 2gx. So ultimately we will get 2gx. This value we have to put it here. So what will be its value? If I am going to put it here, VB square, so its value will be, you see it here, UB is equal to half m 2gx plus m into g into h minus x, right, is equal to half and then your m, that 2 to cancel, so why I am going to write it again, 2 to cancel, mg x plus mgh minus mg x. This is going to cancel, ultimately mgh, u and b. Now C position, total mechanical energy at the C position, your kinetic energy at C position plus potential energy at C position. Now here C position, always remember, C position is a position just reaching the ground but not touching the ground. So kinetic energy at the C position will be, what will be the, it's a final value that we are going to find out, mvc square plus, now potential energy, as H is equal to 0 here at C position, H is equal to 0, so potential energy is 0. Now is equal to half m, but we have to find out what is the value of the speed just reaching the ground. How we are going to find out? V a square similarly into 2 V a square plus 2g into h. How it comes? V square, again same, V square is equal to U square plus 2gh. Here just to see, at C position, this diagram you just see, at C position, we have to find the speed, initial position is A. For C, initial position is A. So V a square plus 2g h. But here h is 0, approximately 0. So we are going to write it half m V a square. So half, ultimately it is V a square. So h is equal to 0 at C position. Now this, how to find the V a square? We have already find V a square is equal to U, initially it is 0 plus 2g h, that we have find out earlier in the first part. So ultimately we are getting 2g h V a square. Now put its value here, I am writing it. So ultimately its value will be how much? Ultimately we are going to write it U at C position. We are getting half m V a square. How much we got? 2gh. 2 to cancel is equal to m into g into h. So what we are going to see, U at A is equal to U at B is equal to U at C. So energy, total mechanical energy is conserved in case of falling body. Now if we are going to plot the graph in case of falling object, freely falling object, then here we have taken height, graph between height and the total mechanical energy. Then first we have to draw the kinetic and the potential. We will get the curve like that. This is the curve, this and this, and this just I have drawn the or cover the graph. This indicates, this particular line indicates the kinetic energy, and this one is your potential energy, and this is your total energy. That is your m into g into h, which we got. So this is the graph of the kinetic energy and this is the graph of the potential energy. Just to verify also, if the height increases, the potential energy increases maximum. If the height increases, kinetic energy decreases. Yeah. At the lowest, when the kinetic energy when it touches the ground. Height increases, then what happens? Kinetic energy decreases, and the height increases. Potential kinetic energy. What happens? Kinetic energy, first it is having this value, then slowly its value decreases, and when the height increases, potential energy increases. Right? This, and the last point of this particular is there, power. What is the meaning of power? Power is simple, rate of doing work. Rate of doing work is the power. Means if you are going to find the power, that is your work done by time. Work done F dot S, we can write it, by T. Another form, power is equal to F dot S by T, we can write the velocity. So F dot V is the power, simple, and the unit of power is work done is having the unit joule, work done by time, so it is work done is having the unit joule, and it is second, so joule by second is your watt. So 1 watt of power is equal to 1 watt of power is equal to 1 joule by 1 second. Right? We can also find the energy. If you are going to find the energy, means the energy means W, work done, then power into time is the energy. We are calculating electrical energy. How we are going to find the energy? Power into time. We are finding in the watt, kilowatt, that power, and energy in the kilowatt hour, like that. So this is 1 watt is equal to 1 joule by 1 second, and the commercial unit is 1 HP also of the power, horsepower, that is equal to 746 watt. Right? And the bigger unit of power is also the kilowatt, megawatt, gigawatt, like that. Okay.